Welcome back, where hopefully we can enjoy some sweet song, the sound of human suffering. When AIs go rogue, what can you really do but travel back in time, try and find a robot to actually change the course of history itself? Stop the same mistakes being made. I'm surprised it took 100 years. Let's see some more Vivy. Interesting. I see. So he was a... His death was quite meaningful, but as we are trying, or she is trying to avoid it, well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was automated warnings when you've sustained damage. I know their visions are obscured with the like sprinklers and smoke system, whatever, but there's some pretty bad shots. Well, are they? That's what they assume, but the fact that she has found herself in the midst of this situation where she is just a lonely little song AI. I mean, she might change her designation. Is she altering what others see her as, or has she implanted her own consciousness into those AI? God, the little squeaky noises. Not great for stealth. I see. So even if she stopped the shooting, there's still... And I see. Being able to take down a massive like server farm type thing like this. I mean, most of the time that these kind of acts get put into motion, they're thinking, we can make a decisive blow for what we stand for, just to make more people united against them. They are sweeping the facility. Good thing they can... Damn it, man! Kind of keep his composure and sound down. Yeah, more are coming. Oh no! Being killed by Roomba! Is there anything more embarrassing? uploading a bit of him, his knowledge into her against the will. For best results, I mean, she has been brought into all of this. I mean, all those stories that we've seen where you got someone having the fate of the world dumped on their shoulders. Ooh, I love the sound effects. Overloading the system like this. Oh no, not the bear! The thing is, while he's under there being flattened, and now he's put himself into arm's reach. Oh. Well, that was the easy mission success. What are they doing? 5 minutes? Half an hour? 15 seconds? Entire facility shut down. Now they are interference on the goggles. It was all a hallucination. The poor floor. It suffered some bullet scars there. I mean, the irony of complaining about AI and technology and computing. While using stuff like this, at what line are they going to draw with how much technology they're happy with? I thought that if they had managed to just end it like that without any fanfare or anything. Someone who is very damn, if they had managed to turn them against themselves with that kind of thing. Oh? That was the error. I see. He's just, yeah. That's why you need analog stuff. Yep. Did you set them all off, or just the ones that weren't integral to, like, the structural integrity of the building? She going back to save his life. Does he still... Nah. When someone is so fervent in their belief and hatred. I mean, he might buy a ticket. I think he's having the appropriate response to go after votes. Interesting. What did she become in 100 years? Huh. But for some reason... Oh, is she some museum exhibit? No longer able to sing. And what will she become there other than just sitting and waiting for the gawking viewers? Something hit a nerve there. Well, a little provocation overcomes tons of rubble. I mean, who is he to say that anyone's dreams are worse than anyone else's? That was fair animation, but it didn't need to be, but appreciated. I see the ones outside kind of gave up shooting through. Not a guard AI. Do some quick calculations. Where's the nearest exit? The good thing about getting information from the future is that they can find out all the things beforehand, and also getting potentially restricted information like layout plans of buildings might not be so difficult. She'll achieve both of them. Okay. Giving them some warning. And now he's been sullied by an AI, a lowly AI, saving his life. You know, it could go one of two ways. Either it changes his way of thinking, or it just further puts him down a path of hatred. Huh? And what's the big plan now? Base jumping? I mean, it wouldn't be too surprising if she's calculated the trajectories and the like, but it does also rely on him moving his ass and actually running. Ah, Fro. Some of the animation being put into, like, oh, the hair coming undone. It's like the weirdest bits, like the running just then. I like the glass. Silhouetted by the moon. Is there anything more of a glorious sight? Well, a few scrapes and bruises, but he might be okay. But what's he going to do now? Going to have to go into hiding? Try not to get yourself killed. And remember to come hear her singing. Does she not have... Yeah, I was about to say. Does she not have basic knowledge like Crossworks installed? Well, until the end, but... He is no one... It was his death that spurred it on. Him himself has no great capability, apparently. What a great thing to say. You know, it's fine changing some of the future, saving some people's lives, because they weren't going to equate up to much anyway. But considering this is essentially a time travel concept, how is the future affected by the things they are doing? Are we going to see the... Are we going to see the fruits of her labour? Are you going to impart some more data transfer, or is this just a show of trust? Yeah, it's a little difficult in his current stature. Oh, good. So there was no one in the immediate vicinity that was really brought into it. Ah. Where did this come from? Has he now taken over the excavator? Unnecessarily alter history. So as long as it's within the plans of stopping the uprising, but... What did she want to change? That he's accident caused by a fuel leak. Passengers, crew. The plane! So that's what the noise was before. So only things along the path of the mission need to be changed. Anything else that could help, and wow, we start off with the fucking kids. Fucking the first sacrifice we have to witness and see along the way. And who's he to say that it wouldn't be effective for the good, if the change of the future, stopping the evolution of the AIs? And how is now losing one of the people who was so happy to come and see her when she was performing going to affect Diva in her journey now? You know, having this little AI Teddy thing running the show, saying what the next step to help in the progress of the mission, is going to become such an obstacle. Successfully stopping the assassination, not stopping the building being demolished prematurely, but all along with the plans, as long as the bill doesn't get signed so quickly, as long as the swift evolution of the AIs is hampered. We can't go along with the idea of destroying all AIs and getting them outlawed, even though that would be a very quick solution. How much computing power has actually gone into it for him to say that this is the optimal course of action? And having an AI come and stop a plane crash, the loss of so many lives, that would immediately put AIs in a good light in quite a few members of society. But what is the key cornerstone of the evolution and why it went, you know what, don't think we need humans anymore? Put some plans in place for that. But since now they've came to such a disagreement, our little duo is probably going to have a few words, although it might be past conversing at this point. And one thing I was trying to bring up, I can't remember how far I got into the fort, was in a show which is time travel, essentially. What is the standard of the time travel? You've got like the Back to the Future-esque stuff. All the different forms of time travel in movies that we've seen so far. You've got the Back to the Future type time travel. You've got Terminator. You've got Hot Tub Time Machine. Or probably the best of all time travel concepts ever devised, other than Bill and Ted, is Blackadder Back and Forth. Quite a fun little thing that was. But all these ways, different handlings of how the future is changed by the past, etc. How much or how little effect it is if she had saved this plane. Would it have branched off an entire new reality? Could we go back to the original timeline with the changes in place? Why is that necessarily a bad thing? Saving the plane could have averted the Fourth World War, or just made the colour of future bananas purple. We can never really tell. But it's also the case of he's running off of information from the timeline where the AIs did the uprising. If Diva is successful in her mission of stopping certain events, does his knowledge of information change? No, because he's already been sent back. Or at least that's what I'm getting from it. So we're still operating under that. We're pushing for a future we don't know if has already been achieved. Complicated things, but damn thought-provoking, maybe? Some gorgeous visuals, though. I mean, some are done purely for artistic merit, which, obvious. Very first shot in this one, the leaping through the glass and the silhouetted by the moon. But there are other bits, like the bicep pulling apart and fluid splashing about after the ceiling collapsed on her. The running across the rooftop. I hope we get more of that. It could be... I don't know how I feel. Would I rather it be spread out across the entire thing to raise it all up slightly, or have these elements which just so stand out and be, wow. Let me know what you think on that. But ultimately, did you enjoy the second episode of Vivy? Did it leave you in tears? Did the idea of being forced to watch a friend that you know get caught up in a aviation incident, and for the sake of the future, not allowed to interfere with it? I don't know where I'm going with this. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Maybe you'll join into my Discord. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. See you in the next one. Unless this has been one big sensory illusion, my channel has only been able to succeed this far thanks to the support of my patrons. So I do really need to thank Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthea, Dark Shadow 7899, Shiwan, Matt, Girly, Cardboard, Croyville, Megu42 and everyone else. Because while I don't believe it would go to the point of changing the Earth's future or signing any sort of AI enhancement bills, we at least get to watch some anime. And the extra benefit, no one needs to be put in harm's way or pretend to be some sort of security guard. I wonder how long it would take before I need to hide my appearance.